It's been a while since I've had a channel update, so sit back and relax while I give my thoughts on Pokemon now and my plans for the future, because we just had a lot of crazy stuff go down for Pokemon Day, but that brings us into the March lull. Really, nothing goes on around this time of year when it comes to Pokemon, because we got our big reveals, we already dissected it into oblivion, and then there's not going to be anything happening for a couple of months. New Pokemon Snap. At first, I was like, yo, new Pokemon Snap, April 30th release? I'm down with that, because that means we get Pokemon Unite on Pokemon Day, or Pokemon Unite in March. That's not going to override or conflict with the games too much, and then we're good to go. But at this rate, I don't know when Pokemon Unite is coming out, and it's a closed beta, and that kind of makes me upset because I want to be playing the game and not falling behind to all these other people. But we're just kind of stuck right now. However, this kind of brings me to my plans for the future. Pokemon Snap and Pokemon Unite, these are the two biggest things I'm looking forward to. You know, even when it comes to like throughout this year or into next year or something, I don't care about Pokemon Legends. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl is cool, but I mean, if Pokemon Unite actually becomes like the next League of Legends or the next mobile sensation, or even gets like half of the attention as Pokemon Go, that's going to be like the years lasting game. Like, this is going to be a hit forever, kind of like how it feels Pokemon Go is going. So it's going to maybe overshadow those games in a pretty significant way. And I've been excited since the announcement of Pokemon Unite, because the only thing I've heard people want is a Pokemon MOBA ever since League of Legends got super big. And even as people start to like burn out of League of Legends or disagree with how the game's being handled, it's like, man, if only this was like Pokemon, I'd just be playing that instead. So now that's being delivered, and then there's just like more and more hints about the esports and competitive side, and also just kind of like the little bits of information that come out of the beta. I am super hyped for all of this, and I can't wait to see how much it develops. But like I said, unfortunately, we're just kind of like in this weird state, and they haven't really given that much of an announcement of how long the beta is going to last when we're expecting the game. So is it just going to suddenly be announced, oh, like 3 days or next week, Pokemon Unite's leaving beta? From the footage I've seen and the information I've heard, it's not quite ready. So I'm even wondering if it's going to get pushed back to after Pokemon Snap. And I'd still be okay with that, because, you know, I just didn't want these games to conflict. But now it's like, oh, there's not going to be anything happening for the next 2 months. That's cool. But also when it comes to new Pokemon Snap, I'm down for everything about this. I'm excited. I've done multiple videos. I was crying when it was announced, and everything about my childhood still wants to be fulfilled. And after the recent trailer, it delivered on everything I wanted and more. And I just want the experience of having to grind out the perfect photos for the online ranking system. Competitive Pokemon Snap. The dream happened. So that's another thing I'm really looking forward to. I can't wait to optimize and break down the most pixel perfect pictures in that game and find the cool things that no one else can take pictures of, turn it into content, get a high ranking in a game that I've cherished since my childhood. Again, everything's just kind of like coming together in a really excited way for me, and I feel like depending on how many levels there are, the depth of new Pokemon Snap, also if it gets updates or DLC, like if it's that successful a game, it could still get support for a while, maybe have online competitions, maybe do something similar to what we've seen back in the day with like the really old school Pokemon Snap contest. They start doing that with new Pokemon Snap, the hype will be bigger than ever. And like I said, it can carry the game throughout the rest of the year. If we didn't get any announcement, like if none of this stuff existed, Brilliant Diamond, Legends Arceus, because Game Freak didn't have anything for 2021, I was still set. I can play Pokemon Unite all year, I can play new Pokemon Snap all year, and if the games are really, really strong, it just goes further into that. Now, that's not saying I'm not excited for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, it just means I have more to be excited about, because I'm going to tear apart the underground. I hope that there's as much competitive support as a normal main series game, and if there isn't, I made competitive work when it came to Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, so I'm just kind of excited about everything. However, what this means is that, like, Pokemon Sword and Shield, I've been saying it's dead for a while, and I feel like it's kind of just more dead than ever. Especially if a lot of people, they just get into Pokemon Unite, and they're not playing Pokemon Sword and Shield, or if they're getting into new Pokemon Snap. Like, the Pokemon market share is going to start to cannibalize itself when it comes to some of these games, and the problem is there's just been like no real support from Game Freak or the Pokemon Company when it comes to creating really hype, long-lasting stuff for Pokemon Sword and Shield. Like, the Crown Tundra launched, and it felt dead within 2 weeks. You know, the Isle of Armor lasted a little bit. I think maybe Crown Tundra lasted like a week, and the Isle of Armor was like 2.5-ish weeks. And that's just a trend I've been talking about on this channel for the last couple of years. You know, Omega Ruby Alpha, actually, Pokemon X and Y lasted months. Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire lasted about 3 months. Sun and Moon, 2 months. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, 1 month. Every other game since then just like immediately fell off. Pokemon Sword and Shield did make it a little bit into 2020, but ever since the DLC came out, the wild area events have just been horrible. Like the 5IV Ditto raid. That was some of the coolest stuff ever. And then also we had the Mewtwo raids, Delibird, Shiny Magikarp. Those were just way better events than like the ones we're seeing now where it's like, oh, some point every month we're going to have like 3 days where there's a 2% chance to get a mediocre shiny. They did do the Cramorant and Pikachu thing, but I feel like that's just way too late because the rewards from that doesn't really have anything going for it compared to everything else going on in Pokemon. Also, it took way too long to deal with the cheating inside of Pokemon Home. It took way too long to deal with the hacked raids. Pretty much the fate of Pokemon Sword and Shield has been the same as every other modern Pokemon game. Hacking completely destroyed it, and it killed off most of the fan base. And that just brings us back to these downtimes that happen with every major Pokemon release. I have absolutely no desire to play Pokemon Sword and Shield right now because there's no benefit in it. Like 90% of the player base has dropped out, and the rest of it's just hacking and nonsense, and there's really no benefit to doing well in the games because you're not supported by the company, as ends up happening. You know, I hold out hope. Every time when it's like Pokemon Sun and Moon, that's what's going to deal with hacking. Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Sword and Shield, and then like you just get to the point where it's like, overwhelmed and everyone quit Pokemon anyways, so we're just waiting until the next game, hope for the best, and then maybe there's going to be something that really reignites people. And when it comes to Pokemon Sword and Shield, the community was already in a bad spot going into it. They were upset at Pokemon Let's Go, they were upset at the idea of Pokemon Sword and Shield, and then really, it just didn't pick up or go any further from there. And then we also have Wolf Glick using cheated Pokemon and getting away with cheating once again in one of the most recent tournaments. So, yeah, it's like, cool. Everything is just as corrupt and hack-filled as always, and now we're about to transition into a new cycle. And then I don't even know what happens from here. Is Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl going to get play Pokemon acknowledgement because it's actually going to have the national dex and a lot of the core main series stuff for the competitive? Or is it going to be like more Pokemon Let's Go on the side? Is Pokemon Legends Arceus going to have a multiplayer? So yeah, now we're thinking like 2022, what's happening? My wish list, my dream is just getting rid of all of these shenanigans, just having the official battle simulator in Pokemon Battle Revolution 2, so cheating doesn't have such a massive advantage anymore, and then we can just kind of consolidate all the esports and then chill and be experimental and have fun outside of it. Because now it's like, yeah, I'm still looking forward to Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to force the competitive like I did with Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu, and Eevee. I still had a blast. Articuno, Golbat, Tangela, Paris. I was wrecking with some of these weird, fun Pokemon picks. Electrode was good. Non-parental bond Mega Kangaskhan. It was fun. So, I mean, if we can just dial it back to a more simpler time for competitive, I'm still going to look forward to competitive for Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl. However, if the community responds into that, that's going to be its own thing. If people just don't regard it as a competitive game, but I'm like the only person doing it, that makes the content and and just my overall desire to play the games feel like it's in a kind of weird spot. So we're going to see how that goes as we go into Legends Arceus and all the other stuff. I think that's another big problem and why this March lull feels different than the other ones. Because normally there's like enough news or enough excitement or enough experimentation going on. I was looking at where we were this time last year to see if it was any different, if it was more hype or less hype. And we had Pokemon Home coming out. So with Pokemon Home, Pokemon Twilight Wings, there was still content, there was still exploration, there were still things to get into. So I mean, yeah, the Mewtwo raids, better raids going on. So like, it was exciting. There was a lot more to talk about in 2020 around this time than there was this year. And I was still making like Isle of Armor or DLC theory videos and expectation videos going into mid-March. Whereas right now, what else is there to say about Arceus or Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl? Really not much of anything. And even going after the Pokemon Sword and Shield announcements. Now we're talking about 2019. You know, it's just like, yeah, there was still a lot to talk about. Like, oh man, Pokemon Sword and Shield looks so crazy and so new, and they gave us enough information to kind of break down and figure out what's going on. Pokemon Legends is hiding something, and Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, we don't really know how much of a remaster it is versus how much new stuff is going to be in the remake side of it. So there was a lot more to break down from all that stuff. I had a lot of fun with the theories and also just kind of mocking all of the fake leaks that were just so prevalent immediately. Like, I had a good time pointing out the stupidity of waiting until the official announcement for people to then base their fake leaks off of, and now it's just happening again with Pokemon Legends, and I'm done with it. Also, there's not as much new stuff to work off of with Pokemon Legends and Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl as there was with the Generation 8 Pokemon games. But what I'm getting at is it feels like there's less going on now than ever when it comes to Pokemon, but only for the next 2 months, which means I'm gonna be chilling. And that is why I'm doing this kind of channel update, because I'm just telling you guys, unless Pokemon Unite comes out this month, or early April, or maybe just gets like a closed beta for other regions or something, there isn't anything really noteworthy going on, because the main series Pokemon games, the DLC, I love the DLC. I love the Isle of Armor. I love Crown Tundra. I just did so much to really capitalize on that. But then, like, you come out of DLC and no one picked up the games again. And then all the tournaments are still declining in the amount of registered users. The overall excitement for Pokemon Sword and Shield is down. And with Pokemon Legends and even Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, yeah, like, a lot of people are kind of doing the same thing I'm doing, where it's like, there's not really reason to do anything Pokemon Sword and Shield right now, huh? And also, the sentiment really carries from before the Pokemon Presents. Really, since it became January 1st, 2021, it's all been about, okay, 2 months until the Pokemon Direct. Okay, 1 month until the Pokemon Direct. Okay, 2 weeks until the 25th anniversary. And now that we got it, it's like, yay, cool stuff, but nothing's happening for a while, which is why this year, my biggest focus has been maxing in RuneScape, which I've done. So after having a RuneScape account for over 15 years, I finally reached max. Also, I've been playing League of Legends more. I really love the new season and the item changes. League is feeling, I'm not going to say better than ever, because Season 2, Season 3 was still like the best form of League of Legends, but I'm enjoying League for the first time in years right now, and then doing some Minecraft server grinds with some friends. So yeah, like, I'm just chilling, like, outside of Pokemon right now, because I'm still excited for the future. I'm still excited for what Pokemon is going to bring us, but we're just kind of like in a huge trough before Pokemon skyrockets and spikes back up. So because of that, I'm not going to take things too seriously. Okay, when I was going back and editing the video, I was thinking maybe some people watching this might have the wrong idea as to how I'm treating content into the future. So I want to make it clear. I am probably going to go harder with Pokemon Unite and new Pokemon Snap content than I ever have with anything else. That's how excited I am for these games. There's also not like an, oh, this is a burnout thing, or, oh, you've changed. Nah, like, again, I think this is me being very consistent about how we really just follow the ebbs and flows of Pokemon news and content and games, and the community just kind of really tumbling worse and worse as it goes on and stuff. So I'm just like, there's none to do now, because Pokemon has intentionally put us in this position, but then it's just going to go to the moon after that. And that's the update, because there's not going to be any news about Pokemon Legends or Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. It's just going to be the worst flood of fake leaks and desperation that we've ever seen, because the YouTube algorithm just kind of gets more and more garbage and stuff. So, like, that's my plan. I just need to kick back until things are cool, and maybe YouTube gets its crap together, hopefully better than the last couple of years. I still hold out hope. See, I'm always the optimist when it comes to these things, and eventually, I think the ball will kind of swing back into my court, and we'll start living in a rational world again. But until then, chilling, vibing, everything's going good. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.